taking 3 days of research to know how I connect any web services to n8n by using HTTP requests. And if you want to connect any web service to your n8n workflow, stay to this video. You will not know how to use APIs, how to upload audio, how to upload video to any APIs, how you to know how to penetrate with edit with data in the body part of any using just Airtable of things. You know how to use access API tokens of different website. You know how to use QRL so you can just easily map the all the variable in HTML. And in this video, you go to all the way to beginner to expert level. And stay tuned this video, you will learn everything at the last. Now today we see how can we connect any app to our n8n no-code platform. So we use specifically HTTP module to connect any source of website, app, data services we use trying to use in just a few steps. So for that, we give in-depth knowledge how we can just know the APIs, the core, HTTP methods, the authentication, body, everything. You know the everything. How can you upload images? You know how can you just data text, everything you needed to know. Let's go first in dashboard. Let's see. So first to understand what is HTTP. HTTP is simple. This is the way of communicating to two websites and a service to send, get, update, and like text, image, and video. For example, let's say that you are your friends are just chatting together, and what happened that you send a text. If you are communicating in WhatsApp, you send a text. That is strength of delivery on text. You are the communicate. You can send the image also in the WhatsApp. You can say the and your friend can also reply. Just like this, the website also communicate. So there is a medium that needed to communicate as a platform. Just we use phone, WhatsApp, Messenger, and the platform will provide with HTTP protocols so they can communicate with simply mean that. There's no complex things you have to know about HTTP. HTTP is simple is that method of communicating just like you communicate with your friend. Just like simple. No, then you can send your text data in a JSON format. You can just send your images, videos, and sort of data you can send and retrieve from it, or update from it. Now listen, understanding the analogy. Now let's suppose that we should get the methods. The methods are simple things that you have to know complex is that what you want to get. Whenever you're just asking a request something data from another website is known as a get request. This method is known as how what you doing want to do with the other website. The get means that you're asking some data. When you asking the data, you ask the date get request. And the post means that whenever you're just sending a data, just like you sending a message to your friend, it's post data. It's simple. That's no friend. As a put data is that whenever just you have a call and you just book a restaurant, just suppose that, and you just want to change entire reservation, said okay, I'm not able to come. That's not the put data. You just change the entire data means that the whole data, whatever is data that exists in the file in a website. Like suppose you have a pickup where is your name, email ID, and you want to totally change the entire the row. Just you want to change the name also, email also, everything you need to change that. They update the whole file of their data set. Now the patch. Now what is in the patch that let's suppose that you have a client in a that and you have a made a ClickUp CRM in and place other. And what happened that the client suddenly changed their email ID or phone number, so they have changes. So you want to change that. So what do you use that? Well, where you can use patch system that you send specific data from the data set. That is the name is same, the contact is same, but you have changing only their email ID. That is known as patch. Whenever you just changing the specific state of any data set item, you use patch data. And the delete is optional. You just completely delete it. And don't worry, you just go practically how can we do this. Now, let's learn the 5 methods of that. First of all, we just create the data. We can put the data. We can post the data, and we can patch the specific data we needed to that, update with that, and we can delete also. This is the 5 methods we use. Now, before doing that, you have to know the URL because most of the part we working with URLs of the services. So there is a two part of the URL. One is the base part, and what is the query path parameter and query parameter. So what is the base parameter? What the base URL is? You can see like this. Let's go here. Yes, I have a website. Now this is known as a base URL. Any just the URL something. Just you have a table or any website. It's no base URL. Www the website name, domain name, and .com. This is the base URL. But what is the path means that, so let's suppose that the folder that you're going to website and you're going to the fund section that you're going to folder. Let's suppose that you have a folder. This is in your computer and you're just going to folder and enter that with W fund. Means that you're going to folder into folder. And then now you go to folder, now you go to another inside. That you go into folder to folder to folder. This is not the path. When you go to website, then you go to inside the website to funds and the portfolio. Now let's explain in simple manner what happening there. This is what is mean part. Let's say that you have a folder. Yeah. So what you have a computer, you have a folder. Let's suppose you have a folder name name. This means okay text. You have a folder of text. Now in the folder of text, inside the folder you have text of your company, your your friend's company. Let's say I'm not good at drawing, and friend's company and this. So whenever you just want to this file, and you have to do what? You have to go text first of all, and you have to go again to friends. Now this exactly the way we just this is the minimum path that we go. Now, let's suppose that you have text, we have a soft copy, we have a that their RTI file, and they have a little this another file. And so what we do, we go in this layer. They have text, they have RTI, RTI, and they have some redemption, some like that, some documents here. So you want to just now you also want to just get this data. So what do? You go to tax, go to friends, and after going friends, you go to RTI. This means RTI. That's about. Just like that, we do in that is the URL basically we do. Let's see that. We have a base URL like this. And after going to base URL, after going base URL, what we do, we go to their inside of that. We go to funds, go to folder into funds. Simple. And that's it. And after going filter funds, we go to portfolio. The website is because the website is pretty much our folder because they have pages, system. So this is the path. This is the path. We have to if anything we have to access like this from this, we use go. I have to go already go have to go WF website, then we go to funds, then to portfolio. Now this is a simple manner example. Let's go with practical example how can you do it. Let's suppose that I have okay, just remove this and click it. And also this. This is documentation and this is the my Airtable page. Now see. Let's go first of all remove all the part and just go only the Airtable. No, only just we need only Airtable. It's back and Airtable. This is what I just log in the airtable.com. This is the base URL. We all have the Airtable that you open the Airtable in your web browser or anybody else open the web browser. Pretty much same you get airtable.com. This universal URL, the base URL. But whenever we go to this a particular space, this is not the apps, we go to inventory. Yes, how so you can get change that URL? We go into app and we go into the folder, we have some parameters. So now let's suppose that we go into another deeper that we go into this another section is on item section. Let's expand it. Now we go deeper more. We just also go to the record ID. So we just going to folder into file. This is known as a path. Whenever you're using this, we're using this as a path. We're going to that base, we're going to base, we're going to say record. This is the base, this is the path. Now, let's suppose that why I'm talking about this path and going to go to folder and folder. This same analogy is using the when you just call the API. So let's suppose that you have a table like this, like me, and you have to list all the things that you needed in the code platform in n8n.com. And so what? Let's go. You have to API.documentation everybody, and this you have to list it. Now see the URL here. You can see here is a API.a table, the base URL. This is a version, it's LVG, and you see this is a base ID, means that we have to go to base, then we go to table ID, means then again I have to go table. These are the same, different ID, this table ID, and these are the different ID. So this, we are going to, first of all, base, we're going to app, and we're going to table. You see, we're going to folder into folder. So we will have to go, first of all, the base ID. Means base ID will mean this. And we have to go, and particularly in base, yeah, because there are different tables, like one, two table, there's two, three. So we're going one to table one. So I'm going to table one ID. So this is the path we have to choose. No, this is the base ID and this is table ID. So this is the path parameter. Whenever you just however the what is the path base, just suppose that where I'm going to website, which after that what where I go, this is the path, and when we it go, let's go. You have to go section by section by section. This is a simple way of the path. Now let's test some little bit, get request from it. Let's suppose let's use it. How can we get ID? Now let's suppose it's a simple get request first of all. You just create a path and this simple get request first of all. And then you just go to this high level get request first of all. Let's go, we just get, let's suppose we have trigger manually. And let's suppose HTTP request. Now I have to get request something. So I just go, just delete the whole thing. Let's suppose that I need information about this website. Let's go, I just go click the website URL. Just go here, and where is my n8n? Yeah, here is. I just put the URL and just put the test. Yeah, yeah. You say that you can get, you should get large amount of, yes. So there's a large amount of document about that. The website URL we have there, all the data that is posted that this HTML in HTML format. You can see that large amount of data we have get from there. That let's suppose that we when we search this, now we have to meet, now we should find this, we have find this data or not, meet the WS starter. Okay, just let's search about it here. Just I just go here, let's control F, just let's meet. Now we can see we have this meet the people, I think, meet the people, meet the, what's we have a data in here, meet the WTFT file. Okay, let's meet the WTFT fund. Do I write a wrong stick here? No, I just doesn't write any wrong thing. Oh, I'm just going to portfolio. No, I'm not going to portfolio. I'm just here. Portfolio, there is different thing. No, we have here. Just we go to meet only. Yeah. This thing, we get the data from here. Now I think so we should also get upper data from here also. Meet a data. Do I change anything else? No. So this is a simple way to getting data from there. Now this is the way that we get data from there. But there are things that we need data from this particular our database. The database we have API. Let's see. No. Now, but I need the data from my this API. I need the particular data from this. I need the data of my laptop, mouse, the price. But how can I do it? It's simply in that. Then we just again call this get request. That is, you can say is a get request because we're getting the data from it. Just copy this thing. We need this this URL. And then again go to mail.com and just paste it. And now where we get base ID and table ID? This simple thing. A lot of person is confused about where we get ID. The ID is pretty much in the URL. Simple. If you just want to get ID, this was always see what the service called there, the what the service called this. In the A table, this particular base known as app. And let's suppose, and when you see this whole gigantic code, this is the base ID because they always use app dot this. So you have predefined everybody. Just go to copy this simply and just replace on with this. You will get a base ID. Now just go to next thing. Now I have to get text ID. You can see this TV. You can text ID. This is a text ID. Line. Now you can see that whenever you can see that this H9 see whenever I change the table, the ID automatically says TV 3x TST. Means that the different table have inherent different ID. Whenever we just click, let's suppose it's France, we have okay this table 3, we have different ID here. You can see that it's okay, this is loading. You're being loading slowly. Okay, sometimes it happens, doesn't mean. Now, isn't we have different. You can see that the TV does we have GRI after GRI, and when you go there we have DSH, and when you go to the next one we have the 89H, 8H9. But we can now there is a point to notice that we have the same base number. This we have app.0c3, and when you go to table 2 we have app.0c3. When you app go we have 036. So whenever I talked earlier that there is a base folder, and in this folder there is another four files like this. The website also works similarly. There is a folder of base of this, and this are table are the file of that. So this is the path. We just go to base. When you go to table, that's the file. Simple. Now, now, now suppose that I just requested the website earlier from this. Now I also want to request this website. But do you think I can request guys randomly like this? I just display this whole app ID and view, and then anyone can just can get this ID. But but we can't request the whole thing with like get request, because whenever this whole system is come here, we need another thing that we needed. That is known as our headers. What is header? We have to provide something that okay that we are the owner of this website. We are the owners of the website. We need the data. Without this, we can't give you data. Let's suppose that whenever just asking for a flight ticket, okay, I am just booking a flight. It just asks, okay, and the customer can say that what is your ID number? What's your PIN number? Just like this. Because without the ID or PIN number, we can't reveal the data. That's like this. Without your API keys on it, they can't reveal the data because it's a confidential data. We can't provide you. So we use header. The header is the simplest manner is get, but to getting a data, we need something to provide. For that providing that we use headers. Simple. Either we API keys, anything else, one way. So there are different types of API keys. There is a wearers token. There is a APIs, API tokens, different. But they are all work simpler that making your identity of that you own this thing. Simple. Not complex thing, but you have to. Now, where we get, now we just go this listing thing. Now where we get our API? Let's suppose that we go here. I just go to my account and just find out my API key. Go to this. This is my overview. I think here I go. Let's go to developer hookups where we get API. Now we are just going to create a token. So there is a different name. There is a API called token. There's a keys. So it doesn't need your confusion. They are similar. There's this digit that identify number. They are different because they are represented in different ways. So there is you no don't fear anything about it. Now just there is a different API keys I created. Now I create another one. Now now I also talk about what is the scopes about. This what the scope is all about, that what you can do with what are not. The permission that you giving that. Okay, well, just suppose your friends give you permission to stay your home. So they have a certain permission that you can use the bed, you can use the kitchen, you can use this. But there's certain restriction also that you cannot use, doesn't use my closet, doesn't use my this. Just like you also give the permission to API that what he can do with that. That this suppose that you generate a KPI and that can do anything. This is a privacy issue because you have sometimes you need data. You have suppose that you need the data from this, but you not want to edit somebody. Then you have an issue that somebody will go and just edit the data. So there is a that's why the scope function comes in any API that whenever you need whenever you need a scope means that you need something permission that what you can do with APIs and what you can't do with APIs. The simple the scope thing. Let's suppose we just name that this, but let's suppose API master class, master class. Okay, just write this, and I think after that I get error if I don't write like no. But what I want to is from this to that. I want to read the record means that he can read the all data. Also that I want to just he can write the record meaning right he can also edit the record. Also want that I also want what thing I also want to that he can add the field. You can just read the description that you can create delete a record. Okay, I also want to create a record whenever you want. So suppose that you want to have somebody to read the data but doesn't want to delete, you can give the access. Just delete this. So this is totally depend on you what access you needed from it. So this is totally privacy issue. What's the API goes. You can choose according to it. That's all. Now, which was the scope. Now this access. This is only in a table. This another thing. This access is that which from which particular base we given the access. So we getting inventory. So there is one. This only for inventory he can write, read, read, read a comment and edit a field. You can also add different bases if you want it. So you only want on webshop, propose into but right now I need only inventory. Simple. And then I create a token, copy it, again go to my authorization and here is authentication. Let's go. I just with the header and you can just see that how you can represent it. This is mean you can see the URL data. So means that as mean header. You have the authentication here. Just copy the authentication. You copy the authentication and use and after that you can see that you need the bearer. Mean that you need the bearer and after that your token. So there are different ways to just write API keys. The document provide about it that how you can write and after that I paste my okay I just paste it. Bearer and now after that I need my API keys. Do I copy and let's go to this paste my API keys. Yeah. Now let's test it. This is the research doesn't found. Okay, let's see that what issue we have. Let's suppose that let's create this, not this. Okay, let's suppose that what we do. Where are the confirmation? We have everything right. Now we just do right or wrong this. No, I don't write any wrong with HT or DST. Let's suppose that DST table is this and list all the recorders. They have also list the record and also the permission of doing it. Okay, this API just based ID, the table name, or table table ID. I need ID the function and comma. That's the thing. Table part. Let's suppose that see what issue I got with that. API still right. Okay, there is an issue that I just copied the this. Yeah. Consider we have a path folder. After folder we have table ID. You can just write double slash from that. So you have to also correct with the formatting also this thing. And now we test it. Now we get the data. That we get also that we get the laptop. That's what that we get the quantity. We get price. We get speaker. Three is price. This is the way we just communicate. We just same communicate with this whenever we earlier we see that we just call this website and get this information as HTML. But like this, we just call this APIs and access this data. But only thing we just change it that we just give the authentication and APIs that okay we are the owner of that and we need to access that and the apps take your API keys okay he see that okay he's the ID he's the resource he's the owner I can give him access. Just only simple not the complex thing you need. That's why you use headers. Giving the extra information when a get request happen because you're getting some data and giving that authentication that okay, we are the owner, give our access to this website. Simple, no complex data. Now, now get the data, so and we need it from here. Now, that's the get option. Now suppose that we do the get request now, we need authentication now. Now we have to also talk about now we have to talk about when we just get data, also sometimes we just send the data. No? So after that we have a body part because we have to send. Let's suppose that you have to update something from there. So what do you do from that? So for there you need the body part of HTML. With the header, now you need the body part of HTML. Simple. No complex thing. Simple. So where is the body part? Let's suppose that. Let's go out authentication and go to boss, send the body. And you can see there is a various type. There is a JSON, from data, underscore URL, annotated binary file. The most we use is JSON and from data, and anything else is no, useless for us in most of the cases. We use JSON and we use from data for image data. Also, I also give you the whole example how can we use from data. You upload a audio and get a transcript from it. Okay, now that is JSON. Now use JSON. Now again, we just go from here. You always have to focus on your documentation whenever using AI, your any HTTP call. Now we have to get so we have to update a record. This is going to update a record. Let's go and this is an analogy, and you can see that there is pretty much that again we have a path again. Okay, we have to update a record. We need a record ID also, and we have a path. Now we have a patch. You can see that we are only updating the simplest thing. Now we are not completely updating the data because we're just updating simple. We're updating in price. That's why it's a price. This is a patch request, not a put request. Whenever we create, we use the post request because we're completely creating a record. So suppose that we want to just completely create a sim or record of this. So what we do? Just write it. How can we do it? Simply, okay, we created data. Let's suppose we just remove this whole part, and now just where is the yeah, there is the name this field dot error. Now we just use this whole data. Now how can we do this? Just suppose again we just copy the whole path like this. Now, now this is a very tedious process, just copying whole thing and say. There is a very nice feature in n8n. Let's here I just show you how can we do that. You can import a URL, HTTP quest. This is, you can see this import URL button. You can import the whole URL from here. You don't have to just manually do everything. Just go here, just copy the whole thing and import a URL. You can paste it, and just after pasting, you get all the data in a formatted JSON and so. But before pasting the whole thing, I want to give you the whole analogy. How can you understand a URL? Because you can just import in the n8n there's a feature like but whenever using mit.com and any other coding platform, you need something to understand how to use URL. So I'm just giving the analogy there. So this is the URL that acts. It's always the first one with the path, the URL. With that you using to just call it in the where you just calling in the URL part. Always the method. After the method, you have always the URL in the first line of URL. Simple. Now, next one. This is the part. This is the header. Then we have a two. The as always you putting header in that. You always put in this two thing in the heading. This thing as is put. And the data always go to the body part. So there is a different type of data. One JSON, one is the from data. But most of the cases, if you're just dealing with the text, you use JSON. You have to not worry about anything. You put the JSON and thing. Whenever you're using audio and binary file, you use from data. But from that, if you're not using any binary file, you always use the data from JSON. Simply. Now, next that we have a data. Now we have a structure format. Everything from data, it go in a this body part. This whole the things from this correlations go into the body part like this. You can see that here. We go to this body part. Really. use JSON, use JSON body, and use this whole data go to the body part. Simple. So anyway, you can just import it manually also. The feature is very good whenever you're using, but you can import manually also. Now, I'm just putting this data, but this is the right way we can put the data. Because we change the alter the field of whole thing. We have product, price, and quality. So we have to alter the whole thing. We have also altered the whole API also. So you can see that pretty much we just go to this. You can see that there is a field name, address, name, true. This is a field name, address, name, true. So in that we are just creating a new record. So whenever just go see the, you have to change this data whenever you're updating this. You have to go record, you have to field, you have to change this data. So you're repeating this thing, this field. Whenever you're creating multiple data, you see, and you have to follow this exact format again. The field, and whenever you see this field and this address set, this is always be the heading of the NCR or any heading or field of the NCR. You see, you always change the heading with the heading number, heading. Simple. Whenever you use a product, just use product. Simple. You have just I use the product, just change it into product. This product, product, and the name should be very clear. Price. If the name is altered, then you just screwed up again. Price, and what I think quality, quantity. I have a quantity. Quantity. No. Just recheck is that product. I have a product, price, quantity. Now, also, do you remember that what data type you are using that? You are using number, then use number. If you are using string, then use string. Because if you change the value, then it also will you error. Simple. Whatever data type you use here, there is a string type, there is a currency type, use same type in that. Simple. No question asked. Now just add product means that okay, that's we not support gaming PC. Gaming PC. Gaming PC. Now price we suppose that okay. Okay, one is we need a number, we putting a number, so we not have to get string, so we just putting let's suppose that 200, and for quantity we not need boolean, we using again a string because we're using string, not anything else. We're using string. There's a number of string we're using now. We're using number, so you have to put number. Simple. No question asked, and I'll just remove this field because we're not operating only one data. And somebody was confusing with this. So this is the JSON structure. What we do is that this key value pair, and what is that? Whenever we write this editor, see that. Remove whole part. No, remove. When we write, we have to write in JSON format in the correct format. Suppose that we have writing quantity, quantity. So we have writing double quote first of all. Then after writing double quote, we can use the different data. Let's say we can use string. Let's name Linda. Now also we can use string also and comma. Okay, that's also fine. Okay, we have used this column. Simple. We also use data. Means that we also use numerical. We can use it is a number type. We also use boolean, means that true false. It's a boolean type. So there is three type of data. Whenever you're writing some text, use curly braces. Whenever you're writing number, use exact and just put a comma. And whenever you're writing boolean, like true and false. Simple. No extra thing you needed to know about it. Now, let's go again. We are workflow, we added everything, and the last we just put a comma. You just read. Now just test. If I will get error, okay, whenever where I just read. Okay, yeah, I'm not. I just need this. Just check this whole parameter. Example, we go to copy the whole parameter here in this in the editor, because I'm just telling you the whole conceptually, not a policy manner, because we just get same error for every day for you if you're just doing this stuff. And just go to an auto debate and just remove. We just so you have to don't too much focus on that. You can use a different tool to just show because you need when you're passing. First suppose that you have to pass in the proper JSON format. Anything else you not know about it. Copy, just say copy. Again, we just go here out part, just remove this part and just paste it. Now we just create. Now we just paste. Resources could not found. Okay, resources. Okay, I don't put my okay, I don't put my API keys and anything else. I just put my all nothing that we needed. I need the base URL. Always go for URL whenever you just want to say this ID. In Google Sheet, anything you need this. And you also need a table name. And also a table TV. This is the ID. Copy it and then go here. And I think I should expand this whole thing and just copy and view. I also have to put my I have to put my whole API keys for here. Okay, just putting whole API keys here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. This yeah, here is API keys. Just pushed it. Oh, now I test it. The request is invalid because the process services quantity is unknown. Okay, do I make a let's suppose that. Do I make a mistake? Yes, I make a mistake. Because you can see that quantity. When you said in quantity, just say Q and T. I just write in the wrong way. See? So this is I do intentionally mean that. Where is getting error? Because we have not write the right way quantity because the same thing the value writing here match to there. If you don't write it, you get error always. That's all. Now just good and it now it's created. Now we said we create gaming 200. So let's suppose array. Refresh it. Now get gaming. I think it's now again gaming PC 207. Good. What we know? We know how to just put the data simply. Just read the whole data simply. That for data creating it, what we need our API keys. First of all, header. And then we need the content in header. We need what type we are using. We are using JSON or using form data. We're using honestly in JSON right now. We also learn how to do input from QRL. We also learn how to use QRL for just analyzing the data. This thing. This is recapping this QRL data. We have H for headers. You can use content name H. You have to always put a content name application JSON. We have data for body part as a HTML. And also we learned that there's a field, what we call in field, and you have to change the whole thing according to it. Simple. Only. Now, go into here. Now just upload a JSON here right now. But what about we just upload an image, audio? What we have to do because they are not in a text format. What we have to do from that? So simply for doing that, you need to go here, and we're just using Hugging Face right now. Hmm. I think I should whisper model whisper and turbo down. Now we're just going to deploy. We're going to HTML infos again QRL. Now the same thing you need here. Let's say you have a QRL. Okay? You have a method at the post. You have the whole folder that you have going to Hugging Face. Then you go to HF interference, you're going to need the model phrase, you're going to OpenAI, and in OpenAI, you're going to whisper large turbo. Simple. You have to just copy, and they have a data.binary. Just using this copy this whole thing, and I just said, if whenever this data.binary come, use from data. Simple. Not nothing any else. Okay, just I create a new, I save it. I just create a new file, new workflow right now. Okay, okay, spread here manually. And I should also I need the Google data, Google Drive first of all, because I need some data file to transfer here. Download file and download and select. Okay, okay, I have been delayed. No, download. Okay, I think I should. Yeah, something's happened to have to reauthorize yourself. Okay, this will authorize it. I'll just search that. Manual whisper. I'm warning. So what I'm doing that warning and MP3. So, yeah. What is it? I getting an audio file. Let me see that. I'm getting from audio file. So you can just view it. It's audio file, and I'm just transcribing the audio by using the API call. So we can again use HTTP request again. Just import QRL. Just paste our QRL here. Now, whenever you just paste a URL, that's simple that we have our URL, we have follow, we have a header, we have a authorization section where this API token, otherwise we have a API keys also. Now, we get this, but I just have a struggle with just doing that. Whenever you just have this type of thing, this always fails down. So whenever you're using uploading a data like audio, video or images, just use from data. Just not use an URL encoder. It's very difficult to use. Just use from data. Put the form data, simple, and use what file is this? This is a binary file. Always use binary file, simple, and just put whatever you need. Just audio. It's totally depend on you. And always put this name, whatever name you put in there. Comment data. Simple. Now I need my API keys. For that time, I just stop for a while because I can't say this. Here, I have my API key right now. Okay, let's share. I think let's go here. Now I just put my API keys in my setting. Now I just switch test it. Now is it working or not? Now you see, he could I have forgotten that. Let's view the audio. This is the writing
How could I have forgotten? It's survival of the fittest in this world. This world filled with violence, deception, and betrayal.
Let's see. Right, it's just going to back view.
How could I have forgotten? It's survival of the fittest in this world. This world filled with violence, deception, and betrayal.
Now we can just see that. Okay, let's put again my mic. It's here. Okay.
but I just transcribe the audio by using this Hugging Face whisper model by using their calling their API. It's simple. Where I use their QRL, we use data for that, or use authorization. It's authorized also. For that, most of the part, I show you that in the binary, we need to audio, we need data. Means that always use form data whenever you put in the video file here. We just pull from data always and just put binary audio, and then after that you put a name of the data. Simple. Not not more than that. Simple. Now, and we also know how can we just call audio file also. Now, what do we think also needed? Now, Despite saying that we have got error. Now say that we get error. Something that whenever I just call that before the data, let's suppose that here, let's save it and go to our personal data. So here, I get here and let's suppose that I calling same and I just again misuse this. Now gush test. You can see what we getting 400 requests. Whenever you get 400 code, you mean you have screwed anything that you either you just you just put a wrong API keys or you have a field error. You have just put a wrong structured data. Simple. But whenever we get 200 data score, let's say that when we get 200 data score, so when I just put coin tt and write, whenever you write data set, you get 200 score. I just think where is yeah, you can see that. You can show the data. I don't know. You can show the okay JSON sigma table. Okay, okay. Again, showing that okay. Whenever you just do the right thing, you get 200 score. Simple. No more than, no less than that. Whenever you just right thing, you get 200 score from HTTP request. Whenever you get from that. No. Whenever you just do right thing, you get 200 score. But whenever you get 500 score, that whenever that, when it especially happening when using APIs or services, means that you do everything right, but the services is down or they have any issue in the internal thing that that's what they can't do that. Whenever you get 200 data, step back, relax, you do everything right. Whenever you get 400 data, just go and debug the thing, check the format, check the API keys thing. When you get 500 data, 500 code, just relax, stop for a while. After that, it always resolves that. Simple thing. 500 data. You always focus on why. If you're getting 400 data, you have focus on that. Okay, why I'm getting 400 data. Either you're getting on correct data format, API keys, or wrong URL path. Simple. Now, we just complete this form data, Hugging Face, this, and this. Now, what we have to learn anything else is GQL. Now, mm, let's complete this also, this also, this also. Header, Curl, and then Curl, this one. Curl? No. I have to also use Curl. I use the GQL. Let's go to GQL. Again, I think I should go here. Personal, save, agency meeting. Okay. So, right now I'm just going to here. Yeah. Now, whatever we do right now is we were doing the REST API, but sometimes you just face encounter with the GraphQL API calls. So there is a little bit confusion when people are using the GraphQL APIs. There are a lot of field and how can I use it? I just resolve the problem that. So let's solve that. This is simple thing here. Fireflies AI documentation API documentation. You can see that he, they actually mentioned that they're getting with the GraphQI API. When you get GraphQL API and you just pretty similar that you need transcript, let's suppose that a table that whenever you got documentation, whenever you got the user transcript and your beats, this is similar. Just suppose that listing a record, creating a record, just like where there is a functionality feature that provided with API. That's great. So whenever you can transcript AI, it's pretty much same that we have a QRL AI. It's same that we have headers, two headers, authorization, we have a body type application JSON. Whenever mostly we use that in that application JSON, we have data, just copying this whole data, copying in the whole thing like that. But you can see that we have this long list of query in GQL, and whenever you encounter a GraphQL query, you get the same thing that. So why is that? It's the most advanced part of the API call that. What's it that when I just put this call here for a table, it recall it returned the whole the field. I can just choose which field I need and which I don't need, because this will make so difficult. I mean that when you're just working with a high fast system and you're getting lots of data, and you can and that making load. So for solving that problem, they introduce a GQL form for that form for the biggest load. So what the feature it can, we can just call the specific data set from here. This normal API, just if the normal API REST API, if they use normal REST API, they list the whole item like this, the whole thing, the position data, the titles, all the thing in one API call. But here in GQL, you have ability to choose which data I have to call. Let's suppose into practical example. Let's just more. So you get basic everything you needed in transcript data. You always focus on this variable part, this part, this. Whenever just go here, Firefly, and you always focus on this. After the transcript ID, you always focus this. Where the ID, there is a bracket. You have this called this variable part. You have to put, you have to focus in to query the data. So what? Now here data, you can see that I just call the transcript ID. I call the ID. I call the sentence and the raw text. Suppose that. Now let's test it how it work. Now suppose that I just update my ID or not. Okay, I just I have to just update my e package also. I think also I just change the e package right now. Next, so I just change my e package. From here, I change it. No, I change my e package. I think so from these services. Yeah, if I change the package, I just grab the package. No, go here, just replace the whole thing. No, I think I changed my API. I have to go again Firefly and just grab my API keys. Fireflies. Yeah, no documentation. I mean Firefly. Oh, demo yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I just changed the whole thing. That no demo. I just need my login. Yeah. Just suppose I'm just going to getting my API keys. Not more that. Okay. Okay. Where is the integration part? Here is the integration. And here is the custom APIs. Get APIs. Copy this API. Okay, I just change the API the whole totally. Yeah. I have just paste here and just pin the data and just change the API. No, say this. Yeah. You can see that we get what we are getting. We're getting the text. What we just listed here, text. We get ID and we get sentence and we get the raw text from that. We're getting the raw text only from that only this. So this is a service that okay, just explain that. This is a service that where we just summarize the whole meeting video in a text. So from that, I only need text, raw text, because there is a lot of things they provide here. Let's say here in in documentation, you can see that they provide all things that they in a sentence. You can say they provide index for the speaker ID, the meeting info, the sign in meeting, the text, the raw text, the start time, the end time. They provide this. They call. I just put a whole thing, bunch of thing. Suppose I put whole thing that I also need raw text. I also need start and end time. Let's copy this also here. I'm just putting here. Yeah, I think it work. Okay, I just check the JSON parameter correctly. Yeah, no, it work. You have to always put the name into this order. Gap. Now this work. Yeah. Now you can see what we're getting. We're getting raw text, start time, in time. We get raw text, start time, in time. Also. So you can see how easy to access the whole thing. You can just access whatever you need it to work. That the most of the current APIs are using GQL because they are made so flexible to just use it. So you can just, if you need start time, you can ask. If you not it, you can even not. If you not wanted, you just remove the whole part. This is just so simplest way. And the majority of no code developers face that what I put and what I do. Simple. Just go your documentation. Just find the things you needed from the QRL, just like you need raw text, like a list, you need metrics, and just find the parent. Parent. He's the parent. Always see the parent. You can't get raw text without the parent. There's always a parent here. Just the parent, in the bracket, and which field you need to just put the field in a simple one slash format. Only gap one space and then put all the URL just you need. It's simple. No more than that, not less than that. Simple. Data. You need to feed data. Yeah. We also solve the GQL problem that we face issue because I just faced a lot of issue with GQL because I not understand how can I use it that, and I use getting different type of data. And after that I saw that I'm trying it. This is the whole thing. I just summarize the whole thing. The STP is only the means of way to communicate sending data, receiving data from two websites. So there is a five method. We can send the data, we can get the data, we can update a particular thing of data, we can entirely update a full data by calling the whole system, and we can delete the data. Same thing, we have a base URL, means simple that we have a folder into folder into folder URL, and then the folder and folder path. Then we have the headers, where we use headers to authorize ourselves, also say which content type, whenever we send a body, there's a content type JSON. When we send what type of data we're sending, we're authorizing that. From that, we have a body of different type of JSON from data, but only there is other URL coding, there is a binary, but we only use the JSON, or we use the from data, because JSON for text data and binary for image, audio, like things. Remember. Now, and whenever you just get the data, just use the SQL format. Always with the SQL. See the SQL, what the SQL means, and you just copy the see the thing, this X, the method type, see the heading, and put the data in the body section and thing. And if you're confused, just go to API. Go if you just have if there no have SQL any format, just go to ChatGPT. Say that okay, convert into SQL, they convert it and just import it. Because the n8n has a great functionality. Just import a SQL, but if you're using any Zapier or make.com, you can use it simpler and also. Now, also remember that we have to just modify the body whenever we're sending that the field, because there is always a dummy data. We have to change according to our field name, and the field name and should be identical. There is no any character or mistaken with that. I just show you that thing. And also they are despite and doing everything, you get error. uh, some codes. If you have 200 code, you are right. You have 400 code means you have screwed up anywhere. API keys and things that's form. If you have 500 code, it means that the service is down. Simple, not more than that. Mm. Also, we learn how to send data, audio data from use from data types. Use from data type. Always include the from data type. It's so simplest manner. Always use from data type. Never you change the thing, because whenever you form data type, it's easiest to send data. If you use another odd method, this get always a error in there. So always use form data type, and first things that I also learn about the GQL part. GQL, how can you use GQL? Simple graph graph QL thing. Simple. Also, how can you use GraphQL? It's a very great API's functionality if you use it correctly and so. But this is all about what today I talk about. If you know any problem about API, just tell me in the description. I will help you as much as I can do. Yeah, help you. That's for time. Have a good day. Bye.